Hey guys, welcome back. Stop Talk and Roll, episode 239. We break down some jiu-jitsu rounds today. We have myself in the white and red rash guard and Vanessa in the pink and black, I think that is. Immediately going into a butterfly guard, Shin-to-shin, and into, is that cross ashi? Looks like it is. We'll break that down in a second. What I'm thinking about right here, what I've been working on, and Vanessa does a great job of, oh, I think I got a cold over heel. So Vanessa, you were good at escaping. Must have grabbed the heel. Let's see. Let's back it up. First of all, so you come in standing and then come down. So I'm probably in shin to shin right here. Yeah, so shin to shin. How did I get to cross ashi? Ah, that was slick. I do say so myself. So, what happened? So this is something I've been talking about in a bunch of episodes. I guess Tao, along with Tao. How long ago was that? That was a while ago. I can't even see. I'll put it up. I'll get it down here. When someone leg weaves, okay, especially in no-gi, especially with the prevalence of leg locks now, you need to be very careful about getting put into cross ashi. So essentially what's happening here is I'm playing shin to shin. I go for single leg X. This is like my go-to. I create that tension, right? So I'm ready to engage in here and to go into straight ashi, right? Vanessa takes her backside knee and you can see her driving it through for a leg weave, which is not a bad choice, but I use the momentum to swing my bottom leg underneath. Again, I'm sorry about the angle, but I'm triangling my legs right now behind. So her leg is through. I triangle my legs and I just sit forward and I have her in double trouble. Okay. Vanessa actually, so everything's, I mean, not good right now, but you actually escape right there. Like you have me beat. So what you need to do is you need to turn your heel over so your heel is hugging my body. And then bring this knee. So don't hip escape away. You want to turn away. I didn't turn on my stuff. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Classic mistake. What you want to do is spin your body over, okay, while bringing your knee back. You do that in a second, but you're trying to kind of just like pull your leg out, which isn't going to happen. You're going to have to turn. Like this is the position you want to be in, but you can't do it when your heel's caught, obviously. Obviously, I grabbed the heel there, finished with the heel hook, and yeah, reset. I think I show you how to do this. Maybe it's on video at the end. All right, so engaging in some passing here. Coming outside angle there. Vanessa, something that you could do here is a false reap. So taking your left arm and just throwing it right behind my knee. So as you come up here, just instead of in front, you go right behind my knee and pull it in and basically make me collapse on it. It's the start of cross ashi essentially, or kani basani, but with a false reap being there, meaning that you have an arm behind my knee rather than your other leg. So if your arm wasn't there, I'd just walk away. But because your arm's there, keeping it in place, you could threaten some submissions that way. Vanessa was really good about keeping her elbow knee space tight, so I had to get a little creative. I don't even know if I passed her guard, actually. So looking to come up for, it felt like a knee bar. What I did there, guys, and then for Vanessa, you too. Vanessa, obviously, you need to keep my knee in the knee line. And I immediately turned. So I'm creating wedges behind her leg right here because this is the leg that's going to keep me in place, right? So like this is the reaping leg, but the bottom leg is the one that's going to extend out and create a triangle or basically keep my knee inside her knee line, which is terrible in this position for me. Like she's got me dead to rights pretty much. So that's not good. So I preemptively start turning. I have a wedge on her leg. I pass it off the other hand, and my knee's free now at this point, so I could just turn. All right, so again, back here, The second she turns, this is great, turns for it, wedge immediately. Stop that leg from advancing, because what she wants to do, and she's doing the right thing, she wants to come up over the top. Vanessa, if you know that I know that this is happening and I start blocking this, one of the things you can do is dip your legs back and kind of abandon the position, and you could look to come up for a single leg with this leg. It's a lot of movement, but just something to consider. So I just keep the knee attack there, go on for a knee slice. Again, she's fantastic about keeping that knee and elbow space free. I had a really hard, I don't even know if I passed her guard, honestly. Trying to do some floating passing, but I'm bad, so not really working out. So I force this into a half guard, but Vanessa's got a nice knee shield here. I was able to clear it. Making sure we don't die. That's probably a good match to watch, actually. So Vanessa is trying to get back to a closed guard, it looks like right now. So I'm using my foot to create a wedge on her other leg so it can't come out. And I'm staying heavy on it. And I get the pass, finally. I think she was being nice. Vanessa. and actually, this is a lot of people in the gym. I'm sure a lot of people have rolled with me. This is false hope. When you pull one leg out like that and put it behind my back, it's false hope. You're like, oh, I'm almost at close guard. You're not. I'm going to shelf this leg. I'm not going to let that leg come back out. I do not want to be in close guard. Okay? So this seems like it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. You're better off using that as a hook and creating space. Right now, it's literally doing nothing for you. And Vanessa, you're not the only one that I put people in this position all the time. All the time. You wanna keep that in as a hook. So here, you want to be pulling this back, using this frame you have on my face to push me this way, ever so slightly, because I'm gonna drive back in. I don't want to give up this position. And when I do, this foot comes in for a hook on this leg, and put yourself in This would be butterfly guard because your knee's out. Not half butterfly, but butterfly. And because you have to deal with other things at that point, but because I'm so shifted onto this side, you should be able to create some space over here, just enough to hip escape along with this wedge. So you have a wedge up here, and you'd have a hook right here, and you'd be able to push me away. But this is, yeah, don't get fooled by this. Every now and then it works, but I'm talking 1 out of 50 times it works. It's not a good situation. Now let's see. I don't have control of Vanessa's head, but this is how I switch to north-south, and I start attacking the Kimura. She's doing a great job defending the Kimura, so I look for a north-south choke. She's turning, so I should not be able to get this. Let's see. I am really bearing down it, though. And I'll tell you how to defend it in a second. Let's see if I get it. Nope, don't get it. Switch to the Kimura. I'll go through this in a second. Head and arm. Nice defense. Get your guard back. Perfect. Yeah, this is no good for right now. Yeah, nice job. Very nice job. Excellent. 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 All right, let's bring it back all the way from the side control. Okay, so because I don't have control of Vanessa's head, side control is not somewhere I'm going to want to stay forever. In the meantime, I do need to stay very heavy on her hips because she will escape. So what I do here is to address that escape, I'm going to take this arm out and block her hip. Now, if I just take that arm out and block her hip against somebody like Vanessa, who has phenomenal hip escapes and an ability to get her knee under her armpit very easily, she's going to get her guard back like that. It's So you always want to respect your opponent, no matter the size, skill level, and you want to do this correctly. So what I do is I need to replace this pressure. So right now I'm creating a wedge pressure with my elbow and my knee. I just had like a revelation of why the bucky choke works. Because you're inside the elbow knee space on the bottom. Look. Her body's on the inside of my, wow, okay. I'll save that for another day. Anyways, so I come over and now I'm creating diagonal pressure. So I switch here and I slightly change, you can't see it, but it's the weight, right? So my pressure is right here, right now, like across her hip. When I switch arms, the pressure is now going to be across this way. So this hip is going to get a little free, but this hip is still checked. Okay. The hand comes over. Oh, the screen bugged out for a second. Hand comes over. And notice I'm moving pretty slowly, but that's not slow. That's over and in. And notice these are subtle things, but that help a lot. The positioning of my hand. It's in the position that I want it to be coming over. So it's minimal movement, minimal corrections that I have to make when I get there. I come over with my hand already turned and cupped so I can get right around underneath her back, right, to cup her hip or cup her lower back. So it comes through, boom, immediately blocks that hip so she can't turn into me. So I turn. I like to go under for, or I dug my elbow or my hand in underneath her armpit. I go for the Jeremiah special, but she keeps her arm really tight. Now, I could battle for this, but I don't feel like I'm not a huge fan of just bearing down on someone who's like 80 pounds lighter than me. So I switched to a north-south choke, which she also did. She was doing the right thing, but I'm not. If I wanted to force the situation, I could, but I generally, if you've noticed my rolling, I don't really force situations. At least I don't think I do. I think a lot of my training partners say otherwise, but I'm really not trying to force things. I'm trying to do things technically. So I'm operating under right here that, you know what, Vanessa's got me beat. I don't have it. Let's move on to the next thing, which is a north-south choke. So immediately turn into the north-south choke. Now, Vanessa's doing really subtle things that are really good, which is like turning on her side. Vanessa, one thing you can do is this arm, instead of kind of pulling on my bicep, which is helping a little bit, what's going to help you even more is you take the back of your hand and drive it across my face and turn into me. That's going to create a lot of space for you, and it's going to let you escape. Now, I know this. I don't want her to do that. So I'm trying to finish this. Vanessa's able to defend the choke just enough, so I feel like it's not in. So I drive back over for the Jeremiah special. I get the Kimura in. Now I'm staying really tight. She starts turning away from me, so I immediately go for a head and arm choke. As I get into the arm triangle, she puts her hand over here, which is which helps, and starts getting her guard back in. She's actually manages to get a pretty decent, what feels like closed guard, so I abandon the position. Now we're in that same spot that we were before, where it's like, oh, I'm going to get closed guard, but again, I don't even need to watch what happens. I'm going to get that. This time we end up in a half guard situation, a 3/4 mount, and I get to mount. So don't get baited by that. It's not really worth playing from there. Like, yeah. So I get into the head and the arm triangle again. Vanessa gets her arm on the other side, and I just cannot get a good bite. Notice I'm using the back of my feet or the top of my foot to continually improve the position. I switch to an arm triangle or a regular triangle from the arm triangle. And we're working in the shadows now, so a little hard to see. And excellent job. That's good jiu-jitsu. Nice job, Vanessa. All right. As always, let me know if you like what you saw. Drop a like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I get these episodes out every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. And if you want to be on the show, check out the description below. Hit me up social media, email me, let me know, and have a wonderful day.